Alright, hello guys. This is a replay analysis for the official Rocket League Discord server. I am Jabbert. I haven't done that in a long time, and I'm happy to be doing it again. So what do we have here? We have 3v3 standard replay for Hard Weapon on Discord. His name in game is Syrp. I don't know. And here's what he has to say. He's Plat 2, and his question, his issue is that he doesn't know what to focus on doing. So this is Platinum 2, regular standard. So let's see what happens. Alright. Okay. So in that first play, grabbing boost is fine. I'm not a fan of it to grab boost instantly after the kickoff, but it's completely fine. Here, I would say that it's probably debatable on whose ball it is, considering Angry Buddha is in the place where he should be going for the ball, but he's pretty slow and you have decent speed at the moment. But the issue is that you see him for a long time and you see him commit. So here you see him lurk, you still see him, and okay, you jumped, but it doesn't mean that you still have to go. Like, you see him on the bottom of your screen, bottom right, for quite a while, and then you see him go. It's fine to just boost down and like tilt your car back down and consider not going, especially considering it was right after kickoff and X-Cream Cheese is like right under the ball, so jumping from that far away is pretty easy to dodge, and with both of you going, it's pretty easy to dodge both of you. Which is not exactly what happens because he doesn't really have any boost, but he gets pretty good dunk. I would say it's not 100% your fault here, because you have some pretty decent speed. Ideally, you want to go forward at this point, and Angry Buddha should be able to see you and go back because you have more boost. That's what I would assume. Or Angry Buddha just goes right there, and then you stay back, which is also possible. So it's a bit complicated here. At this point, when you see him like stand in front of you, it means that he's going to go at the next possible time, and basically you overtook him. But you had some decent speed and more than him, and you had like better direction towards the ball. So it's still not good to do this, but here it's kind of debatable. But what you should have done probably is recognize that he was around, because you see him on your screen all the time, and be able to recognize that even if you have a shot, potentially, it's better off to not go. So alright. Okay. So you both go for kickoff, you do it without flipping. Pretty decent attempt. You stay for a long time without looking at the ball. Okay, so it's a weird path to take here. So you just go for the goal here. It's saved. And here, if you look at the direction you're going, there is no pads here. If you just decided to go a little bit on the right, there is like 3 pads ready for you, and with 3 pads you get 12 boost per pad, so it's 36 boost, and with 36 boost you can reach the ceiling with like the boost. So you can do anything basically with just all 3 pads. So here, and even here, you flip, and with 2 flips you reach full speed. So definitely it was free boost for you. And another thing I wanted to mention is the fact that here at this point, I think in the replay, you don't get that boost. That boost is taken. So, let me see. Yes, the boost is taken, which means that what ideally you should do is either aim at that boost, flip forward, and then look at the ball again, or aim at the three little pads that are on the right, and just flip forward, grab them all three, and then look back at the game. Because here you spend one flip, two flip, and then you look at the ball. And you look at the ball pretty late. You don't know what's going to happen at this point. So, slightly slow to see what's going on, and a bit focused on your boost management, and it's not ideal because you come back on defense with 11 boost. So okay, you grab that one, but that one maybe would have been useful for your teammate. So it's probably better to grab the middle one, which is for no one, and let that one for your teammate that may be struggling on defense. And you don't even take it, so... Alright, so now you go back and you're looking for boosts, which is an issue you should have thought of before. And because of that, here you're a bit hesitant. So here basically it would have turned into a goal. But I guess it's short, so it's fine. But see the reaction? Like the dominoes falling down? Like, because you didn't take the right path coming back, you didn't have any boost, so you were looking for boost and then you were late for the offense. And here it could have been saved, and you could have been the one able to score if you had boost, in case it was saved. So it can make the difference, those little things. Alright. So again, you grab boosts, you spend a lot of time... Okay, that's surprising, like... What's the purpose of going up here? So, you grab boost, here you grab the boost, and then you don't turn around, you don't look at the ball, you don't know what's going on. Maybe it's going straight into your goal. You don't know about it, and then you go up the wall. It's a bit risky, considering you don't even know what's coming at you. It's probably better to just, right at the kickoff, here, to look there, and at this point, you know that you're going to get the boost, so at this point, turn the camera and the ball cam on, so that you see what's going to happen, instead of just going up there and not being really useful for your team. So, alright. Okay. Alright. So, here. So here is what you... Okay, so this is good. The rotation back into the goal is good. You wait here. That's pretty good positioning. Ideally, you want to be a little bit more on the back post, but it's fine here. It's honestly fine because the guy behind you should be like on the last post, saving what's difficult for you, which is what's behind you, a potential shot behind you. So it's fine here. Here, what you would want to do ideally is hit the ball right after it bounces and push it towards your corner, your right corner, which you're facing. Although it's pretty safe to let it bounce, but at higher level, it's pretty common to see like what Snow White is doing. It would be to make the touch and then follow it up into a shot, which is like bouncing off the side of the wall. So here it would be able to just shoot it. But here, at this level, it's pretty rare, but it's a good habit to contest really early, because here it's, look at the height of the ball, it's not that high. You can reach that with a double jump pretty well timed. I think it's manageable for Platinum players. But here you let it bounce, which is risky, because at this point you don't really know what's the situation with the orange team. So here you see this, and then here you don't exactly know if there is one rushing because you don't see the teammates of Snow White. So you come in pretty late for the contest, and here you let it bounce, and then it loses velocity, and then and then you whiff on the ball. And it's probably much harder to get this clear, which is like you have to really time it well, than to get the clear on the wall. Like basically here at this point you can definitely like boost forward a little bit and then you double jump into the ball. It's not too complicated. You should be able to do this at Platinum. And it's really safe too, because you just push it on the side and there is no possible offense, and Snow White cannot even get the double tap. So here, a bit of confusion, a bit difficult. You shouldn't be grabbing that boost. So here you don't see it, but there is the boost, and you have 74 boost. Your teammate may be needing that boost. You don't exactly know the situation. You just took that boost. I don't think it was necessary. Alright, it's a decent pass. I like the pass. It's not really strong, but it's fine because it's like pretty floaty, so it's difficult to play at Platinum level. You should be working on your landing a little bit because it's a bit all over the place. I understand that if you jump here with like the tilting of the car, it's going to be a bit tricky. Here you did a good recovery to land. Here at this point I would consider my job done. I would just turn left, go towards the ground and just boost back on defense, because the pass is done. You're not going to get much more out of it. And here I'm a bit surprised that you go up, because my guess is that you wanted to go down and you just confuse yourself with like the left-right on the wall. Okay, but it worked out, so good pass. So kickoff, no flip. Yeah, it's not ideal. Alright, I see what you want to do. Yeah, I guess you want to push it on the right, sorry, and so that they're juked. It's alright. Here it just doesn't clip. So what I'm saying with like the flip is that for that kickoff, and for other kickoffs too, but this one is pretty simple, what you can do is boost until you reach the pad that's just in front of you. Then you do a front flip, regular front flip, really easy to do, and without boosting. And then with like the speed you should have, you should be able to just dodge into the ball, basically. Like the timing should be fine. It's not a perfect kickoff, but it's better than this, than to just not flip. And you should be having at least 15 boost at the end. So after there is the kickoff, you can either try to make a toss or get to the boost orb faster than your opponent. So in my opinion, it's better to do a flip because it's free velocity, and the only thing you're looking for in a kickoff is velocity to make the 50-50 of the kickoff. Here you use all your velocity by boosting, which is a bit of a waste of boost, because here you have no boost. Imagine with 15 boost, that's definitely playable. Like to toss it over both of them. But alright. Okay. You grab that boost, yeah, nice. I guess you wanted to make the pass to your teammate that just made the touch here. I like that, except he's going back, but you probably didn't see that. It's alright, it's a bit high. It's ideally what you want to do to make infield passes like that is to not make too high, and in that situation with the ball coming at you pretty fast, you want to jump right before you make contact with the ball so that it pops, but not too much, ideally. But then it can be a bit scary because there are like two orange players right next to the ball in that case. A bit risky, but it's alright. So, okay, you don't go, which is good. I think... Alright, here... Okay, so your teammate has control of the ball, and as a receiver of the pass, you should be in the middle. And in any case, it should be the guy that's last, that's a little bit towards the left side of the pitch. not you. You should be in the middle or even on the right, so that if he gets a pass to you, imagine he makes like a pretty good touch off the corner and it goes bouncing high, you're ready for it. If you're here, I don't really see a pass that Sasquatch can do that you can receive. The only thing I can see is that if he goes behind the ball and then makes a back pass, but that looks pretty complicated. So if you trust your teammate to make the pass, you shouldn't be standing there. If you don't trust him and you think he's going to lose it, it's also not that great because it's probably going to get over you. So in any case, you should be in the middle, I believe. Here, I think it works out because cream cheese is not making a good clear, so it makes a pretty good shot for you, a pretty good shot opportunity. Unfortunately, you take a weird angle for it. I don't know if that's because you think for a second that it goes up the wall and then it doesn't. But yeah, it makes it a little bit difficult. So here it's mechanical. I would say practicing those type of low shots, definitely doable. Pretty good clear. I want to think one thing about the rotation here. Here you're cutting off one of your teammates, so you make that shot, which is not ideal. Okay, so you're second. Yeah, alright. What you want to do... Let me go back. Here, the course you should be taking, the route you should be taking, sorry, to go back, would be to go that way, and then to position yourself like this on the back post, so that if there is a shot, you're able to save basically anything. And trust Angry Buddha to get the 50-50. Because here, if something goes wrong with Angry Buddha and you go first post like you did, if there is a shot behind you, you're not able to save it. You won't be able to save it. Or it's going to be really difficult. So, ideally, when you go back, what you want to do is go around, like make a loop a little bit, and then put yourself next to the back post. The back post meaning the post in which the ball is not. The post on which side in which the ball is not. It's not very clear. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's the post in which you can save everything, basically. And for more explanation on this, I believe it is Gregan that has a video. It's part of a video series called Tabletop Tactics. And he explained a bunch of tactics things in Rocket League, and there is one based on the rotation and the back post, rotating through the back post. I think it would be really interesting for you. So, let's go back. Okay, so decent clear. Alright. Okay, so here, I guess you don't have full boost, so you don't want to go too fast because you don't want to use all your boost. But if you're going to commit anyway for a jump, it's better to use your boost. So here, a little bit of misplay here, I would say. That shouldn't be your goal. Yeah, you shouldn't be going for that. So here, you just went for the ball. So what does that mean? It means that the guy that was right behind you becomes the one that should be going for the ball. And the guy that's behind that guy becomes the second one. And you become the third. So at this point you're the third, which means that you should be going all the way back behind all your teammates, grabbing boost if necessary. Here you don't really need it, but let's forget about that. So you should be going behind all your teammates and take your chance as a third. So here, he goes for it. He's now the third. The guy that was behind him is now the first. So he should be the one going for the ball, not you. You should be the second. Like it's the way the rotation works on those 50-50 based gameplay. which is best in that level of play, I would say. So here, it's definitely your teammate ball to go. And you should, and at this point, you didn't really rotate properly. So here, okay, you go for that, it doesn't work, it's fine. Here you should be going back fast. You have 64 boost, you can spend 15 boost and do a flip and you will reach supersonic. So you would have 50 boosts and be supersonic going back, which means that if you grab the small pads in the middle, you should be at around 80 boost and be in position behind, which is ideal because you can do anything. If like you can be the third and be ready for anything. Instead, you just stay around and don't really grab boost and don't really make sense for your teammates, which is a bit difficult. And now you went for something that you shouldn't have and you struggle with boost, so you have to go back and rush. Here again, back posts. So here it's a bit tricky. You should be going on your left and go all around and be on the back post, ideally. Here you just drift around, and here, if there was a shot on just that double width here, let's say here Angelo makes a good shot and it's like on the back post, no one is able to save it. If you went on the back post, you would have been able to save it. And if he makes a shot on the first post, you can also save it if you go on the back post, because you just have to boost forward. So remember that, it's really important. You go for Jariel, it's fine, it's just mechanics, doesn't really matter. Alright. You overtake your teammate a little bit, but that's fine. Okay, you go back. That shouldn't be your goal. I mean your ball, sorry. Here you don't even have to think about it, it's definitely your teammates to go. And I see you turn around and hesitate a little bit. You shouldn't hesitate, it's not your ball. So by turning around like that, it can make it a little bit confusing for your teammates and it leads to errors. So be sure to really make sense at all times, and your teammates will love you if you make sense. Now, that's a pretty good aerial with the wheels to kill the momentum. Alright, good job. I like that. It's not an ideal aerial, but it puts good pressure. Okay. Definitely not your ball to go, yeah. It's way too far of you. And Angry Buddha is basically in position, so I agree that he doesn't have a lot of boost apparently, because he's still not going, but it's definitely not your ball to go. It should be Angry Buddha. Like, you don't bring much by doing this. Okay, good bumps, I like that. It makes you slow down a little bit on the rotation, but it's alright. Okay. Here again, you tend to go a little bit on the side for no good reason. You should be definitely in the middle, even maybe on the left side of the pitch, so that you can receive an infield pass. Because look at that. On the left side of the pitch, there is no one. There is just a guy that's first post, which is a mistake. The two other guys, like X-Cream Cheese, is a bit messed up. Angelo is backwards, not able to touch the ball. If Sasquatch saw you on the back post, or maybe a little bit like in the midfield, for example, he could make an infield pass on the ground and then you can make the shot really easy. But here, you're behind and you're on his side, so he cannot make a pass. If you were on the midfield, he could make a pass. So try to not go on the side of the ball if that's not your ball. So you get bumped. Okay, I like that you boost while being bumped. Here you should definitely hurry up, although. So you get bumped, alright. Here you should still be boosting forward because the situation is not that easy. He's alone and there is a 50-50 coming. Let's say he loses that 50-50. Anybody can come and score. So you should be going fast and use your boost at this point. And here, even more, because he lost his 50-50, you see it, you need to hurry up. And here you use the boost a little bit late. So thankfully Angelo messes up, but it's still pretty scary. Those wall clears I think are good, it's just poorly done mechanically right there. You hit the ball with like the bottom part of your car, which doesn't carry a lot of momentum. And you don't do a correct flip. I think you do a backwards right flip instead of just a right flip, so it kills the ball a bit. So if you did hit the ball with the front of your car and did the right flip instead of a bottom right stick flip, I think it goes pretty far and I think it's good. Here, it's a bit messed up, but it's mechanical. So try to work on those. There are some custom practices for clears on the wall, which are pretty good. It's a good skill to have because it's pretty useful when you're consistent at it. So you go back. Okay, that was a dangerous shot. So you take really a passive stance, which is fine. Here again, you're on his side of the pitch, which is not ideal. You want to be in the middle if you're second. Although I'm not even sure you're second at this point because the guy you just bump him. It's not clear if you're second or third because I don't know where the other guy is and you don't really take notice of where he can be. So yeah, bit confusing. If you're in the middle, you should be able to see everything and you should be able to see if he wants to be second or if he's going for boost and settling for third. Okay, that's a good pass. Pretty good pass. He's not ready for it, but it's super good pass. Here again, ideally what you want to do, this one is a bit more difficult of a clear. But here, it's clearly not in, so it's fine. So what you want to do is just touch it right before it bounces the wall. Like doing a little bit of an aerial. It doesn't have to carry a lot of speed. It's just you have to just touch the ball so that they don't score. Because here, look at Snow White. He's already up, going for the bounce shot, like the aerial off the wall. And if you just disrupt that a little bit, then all action is over because people are going for that at all time, even if it's cleared, easily clearable. They're going to go for it. So if you just go up, aerial at the spot where it's going to bounce, or go on the wall and just stand yourself at the spot where the ball is going to bounce, then it should be cleared and pretty safe because it's around the corner, so not really a lot of danger. Here, let's say Snow White gets a good shot, then complicated. So you go back. Alright. Okay, so at this moment, they're both your teammates at the same spot, so it's not a good thing. So what you should be doing is being a little bit more careful because that's not a situation you want. And in situations where it looks a bit dangerous and a bit risky, you should be chilling a little bit. So if I were you at this point, I would be a little bit more back, a little bit more in the center, so that there is no weird 50-50 going on where it bounces over me. Because if it bounces over me, there is no one behind because both your teammates are on the same ball. So when you see your teammates doing weird stuff like that, be a little bit careful and be a little bit more passive than usual. And again, you're second and you're on the side again. Here it's a little bit more understandable because the ball is left alone, but definitely the ball is going to go over you. Well, it's not really strong, but yeah, it still goes over you. Like if that was a pretty competent player, it would definitely go over you. Here it's slightly weak, so again, mechanical on the wall, it's fine. I don't worry too much about the mechanical stuff. That was in. That was a pretty good shot considering pretty bad pass of your teammate. On the wall, pretty good clear. Landing can be worked on. So you do this. Here at this point you don't have to do anything at this point. You can maybe turn left so that when you hit the slope of the wall you should be going down instantly. But yeah, you turn right instead. It's weird what you're deciding to do. So here again, you want to go on the back post and you want to go fast. Here you have a lot of boost. You can definitely use that boost and grab those small pads in front of you. Should be manageable. And then you are already in position on the back post, and let's say that shot is good from Snow White. Let's say it's even on target. Here you cannot do anything. No one can do anything because you didn't rotate properly. You cut the rotation a little bit. You should be in the back, on the back post. So back post really important. Alright, it's over. It's not worth it to go for this. Alright, passive, it's fine. I think it's your ball to go. You do it pretty well. Here again. Okay, so here, you use all your boost. At this point there is only one thing you can work on. It's your landing. It needs to be perfect because you have a lot of time actually. So there is no reason to like wobble like that. You should be perfect on those landings. Because that's the only thing you have to think about. It's those landings at this point. Here I like the cut. So it's a bit scary to do this if you are solo queuing at like platinum level. But here I really like the cut. You cut all the rotation, your full boost. It's perfect to go because it really puts them off. Be careful though because it also puts off your teammates. Here, it's the first time you actually do it in the full game, completely fine. If you do it every single time in all your games, no, don't do that. But here it's fine. And it puts good pressure on them, so good job. Okay, good rotation as a third. It's not your ball. Yeah, it shouldn't be your ball, but I guess it's almost the end, so that makes more sense. So yeah, I would say the important issues are how to rotate, so the rotation through the back post thing, deciding on when to go, when you are not the one that's supposed to go, which is pretty similar. It's like rotation on offense after rotation on defense. And what else? A little bit of mechanical stuff. Honestly, the mechanical stuff is alright. Pretty good aerial. You made some good passes. I'm not sure if that was exactly what you had in mind, but it was good, so hey, that works out. So yeah, I mean, it's common mistakes that everybody does, and if you work on them, you're going to see improvement, definitely. So yeah, keep working, and thank you for listening, and sorry for my bad wording sometimes. Alright, see you later, goodbye, thank you.